What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Football Chatbox. My name is Ryan, and welcome to the Game Week 15 podcast. I'm joined with my co-host Roy. Roy, can you move the camera slightly a bit more? Yes, there we go. Because otherwise
There we
your
go.
head went above the box.
You can see the lights.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. You're shining from the top of the table, basically.
The top of the table. That's what the lights are from.
Yep, exactly. So welcome to Joseph as well, and anyone else watching in the background as well. Welcome. Now we're recording this obviously in the middle of a game week. We've just had only 3 games go, but it's already looking like a disaster for me. Since I did not captain Erling Haaland, and on top of that, I took a -8 as well. So I've plunged like a million in rank even further. So I'm in free fall, and I've also done my 1 free transfer as well, even before the game week goes. So I'm just in like this weird moment of like I don't know what's going to happen with my season. But Roy, how are you going?
I'm going okay. I didn't captain Haaland as well, but I've been captain Saka for the last 2-3 weeks. Hasn't really paid off.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping a Saka hat trick tomorrow. Would
Fair
you be
enough.
proud?
Yep. I had it on Saka, but then I switched it to Brian MCIvSUN for West Ham. So we'll see. I don't know. So I guess we're both hoping for our own players to help us this game week.
To beat Haaland's score, which is a tall order.
Yeah, exactly. Basically need at least 2 goals minimum from even like come close.
Saka hasn't been. He's been getting chances. He hasn't been taking them, which is quite frustrating.
The same with MCIvSUN. In the last couple of weeks, he's got some few chances, but hasn't been taking it, or he's been playing in like a different position compared to where he's best at. So yeah.
Well, hopefully it will change. The luck will change for us tomorrow.
Yep, we will see. So obviously we'll
Friday for you, I suppose.
Yeah, Friday for me. I had to wait until everything is gone to see how bad it's going to be, and then see whether MCIvSUN can redeem my game week. But I did mention about the 1 free the transfer I've used. So this game week is the last game week before we get a maximum of 5 free transfers due to AFCON in game week 16, and I'll bring up the fixture ticker for that from the brilliant FPL SideNet Pete. So basically, for those of you who have maybe 3 transfers, 4 free transfers, or even 1 free transfer, now you don't necessarily have to use it all if you don't want to. But it's more beneficial to use it because you're going to get a cap. You're going to like be topped up back to 5 in 16 anyways. So if you don't end up using some of the transfers, they're just going to be end up like you'll just get, let's say you had 3 free transfers that you didn't use, you'll just get another 2 in 16. So it's more beneficial to maybe get rid of players that you don't want anymore if you can.
Just to clarify, you get it before game week 16 or after?
You get it before game week 16.
Yeah, so you can use it for 16, right?
Yeah. You get the 5 free transfers to use for 16. Yes.
Yeah.
Let me definitely confirm this on the help page. Okay. Following the game week 15 deadline on Saturday and ahead of game week 16, managers will be topped up to the maximum of 5 free transfers, regardless of how many transfers are available to them at that point. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that is why we say like try and use it when possible, like if you can, all your transfers. But that doesn't mean you go and remove good players as well for good players, because like then kind of defeats the point. If your team is in a really good situation, then yeah, it is what it is. You navigate it up to that point. Don't have to like make transfers for the sake of making transfers. But I've used my 1 free transfer, so now I'm getting 5 on 16 because I basically I started to get rid of absolute frauds in my team in like Bournemouth, who've been pretty disappointing. So I'll talk to you when I go to my team in terms of transfers. But yeah, so that's the situation in terms of transfers for AFCON. We'll talk about some AFCON players as well who are leaving. Some of the bigger names are probably, you got MCIvSUN and Ahmad from United. Mazraoui also going, but not a FPL relevant. You have Ismail Sarr, who is probably injured for the moment, but I think he might still end up going for AFCON. So you're probably not going to see him until AFCON is until whenever they get knocked out from AFCON.
Yeah.
Senegal, I believe. Who else? You have
Mo
11.
Salah.
You have Salah. Yes, he would be loving to go for AFCON because now he's been dropped. So that doesn't make much of a difference for Liverpool. Actually, it might be beneficial for Liverpool that he's actually going for AFCON, to be honest.
Yeah,
at this
it's
moment.
becoming a problem for them, I think.
Yeah. So the Mo Salah, and then Iliman Ndiaye from Everton is another name.
What's
And
Semenyo?
Semenyo,
Is
no,
he?
Ghana didn't qualify. So
Oh,
Semenyo and
wow.
Kudus both will remain without going for AFCON.
Right.
There are a few players from Sunderland, I think. I need to exactly check who are the players and how relevant they are, but I'll have a look. Like, I'll probably do a video this week as well, going through some of the players, but there are a few from Sunderland as well that will be potentially leaving for AFCON. Let me see if I can actually find it, like a list of players.
Yeah.
Aha, here we go. ESPN to the rescue. Although, let me see, how do I share this tab? Share this tab instead. Can you see this?
Yep.
All right. So then everyone on the stream can also see. So from Sunderland, they have about 4 to 7 players. Reinildo is one who's in a lot of, like, he plays for Sunderland quite often. Adingra is
I
another.
actually thought he's from Brazil because of the name.
Oh, fair enough. But Mozambique. Apparently Adingra could feature, so we don't know. We'll have to wait and see. He's another one, obviously. And then there are Bertrand Traore, Masuaka, and Sadiki. So they could get slightly weaker, potentially, but they've been doing well. So I think most of their main players should be fine. Wolves are another team that could lose a few players, but they're already pretty bad at this moment. So it's just going to get worse.
No one really have them in their team anyway for FPL.
For Palace, there are 4. Ismail Sarr is the main player. The rest are not really first team FPL players.
That's going to impact Palace a bit.
Yeah, and they already have a very small squad as it is, as things stand. Forest have, I guess you can say Ola Aina and Abeoni are 2 important players for Forest, who will be representing Nigeria. Willy Bolly and Sangare I don't think so as much. United, I already mentioned, Mbeumo and Amad Diallo. Mazraoui, yes, but he doesn't always start for United, so it's okay. Fulham,
I suppose like that is quite those important players for United.
Oh yes, that is basically the entire right flank.
Yeah, that is gonna have a big impact.
Yeah. Fulham also losing potentially some big players. Iwobi, Bazzi, and Chukwueze, who scored 2 goals against Manchester City.
Interesting, yeah.
So they could be missing quite a bit of attack. And Bazzi has been pretty good for them in defense as well, alongside Anderson.
Yeah.
So yeah. Burnley, Tuan Zebe, potentially Hannibal Mejbri and Lyle Foster. They do play for Burnley often, but Burnley is struggling as well. So FPL wise, not much. And then obviously for Everton is Iliman Ndiaye, Idris Ganake as well, and Adam Anzu. I don't know who that is. So mainly Ndiaye and Idris Ganake are the main players. City, obviously Mamouche, but he hasn't been much of a FPL option this year. I mean, this year.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to him. He hasn't been playing.
Yeah, hasn't really. He's not. I don't know if like fitness has also not been that great, but yeah. And then Ent Nouri is also going to be missing, but he also hasn't been getting much in terms of matches. And O'Reilly obviously is playing ahead of him, which would give Nico O'Reilly's minutes a bit more of a boost because Nouri is basically the competition and he won't be there. Although City's defense, as we saw today, it's not very reliable, to be honest. Brentford, Dango Otara is one. The key major summer signing could be going. But Brentford's main FPL option is Thiago. So that is obviously to consider. I guess those who want like Shadow or something as a pick now don't have to worry about Tango there as well. Spurs will lose some key players, Pape Madasa and Bizuma. And then West Ham will lose Wan-Bissaka and Malik Diouf, both of their fullbacks basically for West Ham. So that's going to be affecting Nuno as well in terms of how they play. Liverpool, obviously Salah. Aston Villa, Evan Gerson could feature, not really much. Brighton, Baleba, but Baleba is having a poor season so far. So I don't think Brighton will be too worried at the moment in terms of him going missing.
I heard United wants to get him.
Yeah,
in window in the winter.
Yeah, that's what. So we'll see. They tried to get him before, in the summer one, but they didn't. So I don't know. We'll see. Bournemouth, nothing really too big. Obviously, Newcastle, Arsenal, Chelsea, and Leeds are not losing any players. So that's basically a summary of the AFCON potential players going for AFCON. All right. Having said that, let's get straight into back to the fixtures. So, game week 15. Now, obviously, the big team. Oh, I haven't sorted the colors on this one. I forgot to sort the colors.
Do you want to present the pictures?
Which one? Yes, I'll actually do this one instead. This might be slightly better. Because I forgot to highlight, the color highlights are a bit wrong. I forgot to change that. So, but
I can't see it.
Oh, you can't see it. Oh no, I stopped sharing. Sorry. All right, can you see now?
Here we are. Yep.
So I forgot to change the color highlights for anyone watching on the stream. Wrong color highlights. Because Spurs have a higher goals than Brentford, but I forgot to change all of that. So keep that in mind while watching this. However, the team that is the highest goals projected for this week is City at 2.57. And a 46% chance of a clean sheet. Newcastle, they're up as well, 2.33, with 46% chance of clean sheet as well against Burnley. Those are the main two above 2 goals, expected 2 goals. Brighton very close with 1.99 and Liverpool at 1.93. Thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, City 2.57, I suppose, they can do that. But 46 chance of clean sheet, I'm not too sure about that. And Sunderland has been quite solid at the back. I would imagine if they go to City and they will kind of park the bus. They will score goals. Well, they might actually. Sunderland's been quite good because Arsenal plays Sunderland and they had me really worried there.
I told you, right? The last time you won, I was telling you, Rufus, the goalkeeper.
So it is not what he looks. I don't think. I don't think 2.57 is. I don't think there will be many goals in that game. And I don't think it's going to be a clean sheet either.
The
clean sheet maybe.
Do we think the clean sheet will, because Sunderland have been I don't know, so Sunderland are playing probably they're punching way above their weight, I would say, to an extent. Clean sheet, I don't know. Do you think the clean sheet is possible
for City?
Yeah.
For City is possible. Depends on the approach, right? If Sunderland goes there just to try to get a draw, they will go defensive first. Then the way they've been playing, they're very direct.
Yeah.
When they do counter attack, they're very direct. And City hasn't been dealing with direct long balls that well.
No. So City this season are one of the worst teams in terms of stopping opponents attacks. So they're not as good at pressing, to be fair, and disrupting opponent attacks at the moment, which is why you see these high score lines like the Fulham one, 5-4. It's because they're poor at that. Yeah.
So I don't think the clean sheet is 46%. I really don't think it's that high a chance.
Yeah, I probably agree, to be honest. I have Nico O'Reilly, and I probably will start him in this game just because my bench, like, I'm not going to start Mukiele against City because that's not going to happen. So I'll probably
Oh
start
yeah,
O'Reilly, but it's probably
of
more
course you
for
have to.
attack and return potential than clean sheet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
agree. I
Now,
guess the question now: do we want to triple City and triple Arsenal now?
yes. So we'll go back to the ticker for that because actually, let me bring this up. So this is the projected goals and projected clean sheet odds for the until game week 19 at least from Solely Analytics.
Mhm.
City are top there for the projected number of goals and Arsenal for the projected clean sheets. At this moment, I have no Arsenal defender.
Mm.
And I think that is mainly down to the fact that Arsenal are playing Aston Villa this week.
Mhm.
And they're playing Aston Villa this week. So I was like, okay, I can wait one more week potentially before getting an Arsenal defender. But that changes in 16. Look at the clean sheet odds: 57%,
Mm.
43%, 45%, 46%. It's very high.
Yeah, the issue really is our first choice two centre backs are not
Yes,
available.
that's another reason why I didn't have I didn't like my one transfer. I didn't use it on an Arsenal defender this week because of that situation.
Mm.
Because as good as you guys have been, losing your main two centre backs is always going to have a effect.
Mhm. Yeah,
However,
I'm quite sure if both of guys play against Chelsea, they
yeah,
would not score.
yeah, probably. Because both have been very important this season, to be
Mm.
honest. And Gabriel probably more important than Saliba as well this season, the way he's been playing.
Yeah.
Um, However, now you ask the question: should we triple up on City and Arsenal? I am now tripled up on City because a certain
Me too.
yeah, now Phil Foden has been on fire the last two games. The question is it are we thinking it's like just because it's just Leeds and Fulham that he probably can't sustain this, or he's just on that purple patch that
Yeah, I think once the players start playing well, the confidence gets higher and most likely will carry on. And because it's the World Cup year as well,
mm,
he will want to impress Tuchel and to get into the England team. I think the motivation is there. So I will say yes. I think we should triple up City, especially the attacking wise.
yeah, uh, I think the way he's playing right now, I don't mind actually going and getting him in, and that
Mm.
was my transfer for this week.
Yeah, I made a mistake. I get in Doku rather than
then
Foden.
then Foden. I mean, to be honest,
Mm.
like Dogu got, but he got an assist as well, right? This week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not he's a player who could. He also has that explosive potential of a Hall. It's just that
Mm.
Foden is on this like the thing is because Foden's playing more centrally, he's
Mm.
he's able to get more chances at goal compared to Doku at the moment because of
Yeah.
that. But both are not bad options to be honest for what they offer in terms of price and all.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
O'Reilly is probably a good one to pick as a defense because he's been doing really well at pretty attacking as well.
yeah, I agree. The only problem is obviously like you get weeks like today where 0 pointer purely because like
Mm.
they concede 4 because he's not a player who's going to get DEFCON at all. So you're going to have to hope that the attacking threat purely down to
Yeah.
attacking threat, no DEFCON. Same thing with Guardiola as well, who has gotten an attacking return last week as well. So again, another decent player, but slightly more expensive than Nico O'Reilly.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's probably City and Sunderland. We'll move over to the next team with the highest goal is Newcastle Burnley. Now Newcastle 2-2 draw. Romero with probably one of the slowest bicycle kicks that I've seen go in to get the equalizer. Obviously Dan Burn controversial penalty decision for
Mm.
Spurs to get a penalty, but Anthony Gordon was on the pitch, so that means he took it ahead of WOLVMUN because of that
Mm.
thing, even though he didn't start at that moment. I went and got in 2 Newcastle players or as part of my -8 for this week. It's kind of not
Yeah.
worked against Spurs, but the main fixture is the Burnley fixture.
Yeah.
What do you think, Newcastle?
Yeah, I mean, Harvey Barnes and he's doing well. It depends on who you want to get. I mean, Anthony Gordon is an option, but he hasn't been playing. He just got back from injury. Is that right?
That, and also he hasn't been starting. He hasn't been on form because Harvey Barnes has been playing pretty well, I would say.
Yeah.
And like he had a few chances today as well, like Harvey Barnes, like against Vicario. Vicario saved some. So that's what I still don't think Anthony Gordon is an option.
No.
Some of the players I was recommending was like Harvey Barnes and even Bruno Jimenez, who got the goal, obviously. The other one is WOLvMUN.
Yeah, he's been doing well. Yeah. As a striker for Newcastle, he will get supplies for sure.
And then
what's his price?
WOLvMUN. Let me have a look. The other thing is defense. Newcastle defense was a bit of a popular move this week, mainly due to Senesi getting suspended for the week. And that resulted in managers going for Malik Chow, who's risen in price. Today, him and LEEvLIV have been options defensively. WOLvMUN is 7.4 million. So almost the same as like Mateta price range.
Right.
So yeah, Newcastle defense, what do you think? With Ramsdale still?
Yeah. I mean, you wouldn't go for the goalkeeper.
No.
As a cheap option, you mean?
No, like just investing in Newcastle defense, because a lot of people actually went there. They are top of the ticker at the moment in terms of fixtures. So if I were to bring it up, now obviously if I was to look at the clean sheet percentage, they're fourth here for projected clean sheets till game week 19. Only now, obviously this week is the main one, and then there's only 2 other weeks with like above 30%. So you're thinking of at least 3 clean sheets potentially, or close to 3 in the next 5 game weeks. But if you look at the fixtures, so Burnley this week, then Sunderland in 16, then it's 2 hard ones, Chelsea and Man United. But then again, Burnley after that in 19, and then Crystal Palace in 20. So it's a mixed set of fixtures, but I think it's because the 2 Burnley fixtures are in there. And out of the hard fixtures, one is Chelsea at home, where generally at home they are slightly a better team than away.
The funny thing this year is all the teams, apart from Arsenal and the Wolves, they've been really inconsistent. Every teams are literally every other club is inconsistent. They're going through a patches. They can win games, and going through a patch they can't. They win the games that they can't win, and they lose the games they're not supposed to lose. It's quite weird this year.
That's why the table is so congested in like that middle section.
Yeah, but the numbers is what numbers is, right? So you've got to really respect the numbers. I think Newcastle defense will be definitely something you should go for.
Combe is saying Lewis Hall as another option as well on his radar. Yeah, Lewis Hall is not too bad as well.
Would you go for the centre back or the fullbacks?
I think the thing is that the centre backs are the ones who are going to get potentially the DEFCON. The fullbacks, you're probably hoping more for attacking returns. Having said that, Lewis Hall got 11 DEFCON and LEEvLIV got 10 DEFCON. So they both got DEFCON. The only one who didn't get was Malik Chow, didn't get DEFCON. He was at 4 compared to Dan Burn at 14. So it's Dan Burn who's definitely doing all the clearing part for crosses that come into the box.
Yeah. Attacking as well.
Yeah.
I think the fact that they play against Tottenham and they are very much wingers plays.
Yes.
They play on the wings a lot. That's probably why Newcastle fullbacks get all those DEFCONs.
Yeah, because all the blocks that come in, like the crosses, attempt crosses. Yep. That's true.
It's kind of like who you play against.
Yeah, true. Like you probably are not expecting DEFCON from any of the defenders against Burnley.
No.
You might get some against Sunderland because of how direct they are. But against Sunderland, it might be more central, so the centre backs could get it a bit more.
Yeah. So I think centre back probably is a better option for Newcastle players if you want to go for.
Potentially, yeah. But yeah, like you said, it's probably fixture based because Chelsea it's the wingers, so you'll again flip to the fullbacks. United, I don't know because we won't have a right side at that time. So it might be just one side left-sided. So that would potentially benefit Lewis Hall if he's playing on the right. Whoever's playing on the right, yeah. So yeah, again, depends on who you're playing in terms of the fixtures as well. Fair enough. All right, so that's Newcastle. Burnley poor, obviously probably don't want to invest at all. Let's go to Arsenal because they're playing obviously tonight or tomorrow morning, depending on the time zone. And then this week is against Aston Villa. So Brentford first. Obviously, we don't know what's going to happen in that game. We'll have to wait and see. And then Aston Villa, who have been picking up form. Although the data would suggest they're kind of in a false position because their numbers are not great. Like their expected goals are poor. They are supposed to also concede more than what they what they have conceded.
For what period? For the entire season so far, or
I think if you look at the entire season, yes. I can actually try and find it up. But
because I think they being a team like a half. If you take out the first half of the season,
they were
first half of
like
this half, they were horrible.
Yeah.
But the second half of this half season, then they've been doing well.
Yeah, form wise, they've been getting like good results form wise. So it could actually be a very tricky game.
It is a tricky game, and with Emery, he doesn't like Arsenal. So
yeah, there's a.
You always tend to get result against us. Yeah.
So how do you see the game going in generally?
I think the worry is injury. I think the only thing stopping Arsenal from winning the league is injuries now. We're suffering a lot of injuries.
Oh, one sec. Hold on. I've lost audio on my headset again. And that would mean the audio will go on the stream as well.
Hear you?
Yeah, go ahead. Yes, back.
You back?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could hear you.
Yeah.
So I think the only concern is injuries. But the way we've been playing, I think we should beat Brentford. Aston Villa is gonna be a tricky game, and depends on how they approach their game. If they want to attack us, they're in trouble. If they try to stay compact and invite us to attack, it could be a tricky game. These injuries really.
Yeah, fair enough. Like if I was to show you the data, let me show you this one. This is a team attack. Last 6 game weeks.
Yeah.
Aston Villa are here near the bottom towards in terms of attack. So it's mainly because if you look at the goals, and they've scored +2 more than what they should have scored actually as well. It's because a lot of it, if you look, are more long range distance winners.
Yeah.
So they're not creating like these proper chances. It's a lot of like long range distance like goals that are probably not, you would say, not sustainable.
Right. In short, they're lucky.
At the moment. Yes, you probably would say that. And then if you was to look at the defense, this is a defense. The defense actually they're pretty decently up. But they've conceded, where is it? So they've conceded, where is it? They've conceded 3 goals when they should have conceded about 6.26. So considered less than.
They've been really, really lucky.
Yeah, hence the false position.
Attack and defense. Yes.
Hence the false position. But again, you need luck in this game as well, to be honest.
Yeah. I think on paper, Arsenal should beat them.
Yeah.
It's just how the game developed and how fit are our players, because we played a lot of games.
Yeah.
Non-stop for the last every 2 days, 2-3 days we play a game. So I could see the players a bit tired against Chelsea for sure. And
you have Club Brugge after that as well.
Which I think they're going to rest a lot of players.
Yeah, because you guys are top of the league as well, right? So top 8 is kind of solid now at the moment.
Yeah, I do think we're going to rest players in that game.
Yep.
Which means we'll get fresher. What's the
fixture
time again? So Bruges is after Aston Villa, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So Aston Villa still an issue.
Yeah. So you have Brentford, Aston Villa, and then Bruges, and then Wolves. So obviously Wolves is you'll be more fresher for that one.
Mm-hmm.
And then Everton after that as well.
Yeah. I think we'll beat Brentford and Aston Villa. Yeah, it depends on fitness because they play the same.
They play
amount of
Brighton
games
as well, which is not an easy team as well.
So I think it's quite fair. So on paper, I think Arsenal should do well.
All right. So we will see. Clean sheet is the only thing that might be. You never know.
I actually think clean sheet. There's a high chance we get clean sheet, but because of us first choice centre backs are not there, which kind of put some doubts in that.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, so we'll see how this game goes. But yeah, now Arsenal options to own. Assuming now, when the last time we had this conversation, obviously Timber was on top of that list. I think he now, with Gabriel out, he remains way on top of that list. Would double defense still be the case, or is there a case to be made where, because we asked the question like, should we triple up on Arsenal? Is there a case to be made where you go a double attack, where you have like a Declan Rice and Eze alongside a Saka, or even without having Saka, you go Eze plus Rice, something like that?
I mean, the most secure players is Saka and Timber.
Yeah.
So I think you should definitely have these two. On top of that, I mean, because of injuries, Rice is probably the only one that has 90 minutes in him, right? No one else is kind of confirmed played the 90 minutes. And the Rice has got the corners from the left-hand side. Saka's got the corner from the left-hand side, from the right-hand side. So I think Rice is a good option. Eze is also a good option, but since Odegaard is back now, so I'm not sure how we're going to fit these two guys into the same team. So I feel like against Chelsea, I think we sat Zubimendi off to get Odegaard on, to have these two play at the same time with Rice at the back. But that didn't really work. He worked for one goal, but then after that, it's kind of Chelsea played really well. So there's an uncertainty there with the time as I will play.
Yeah, so on the deadline stream yesterday, like so we have an Arsenal fan, Tiger, in the chat, and he had Eze in his team, but he benched Eze because he was assuming that Odegaard might get some minutes over Eze in the Brentford fixture, getting some match fitness and all.
Could be because Eze's been playing a lot, so with Brentford is a relatively easier game. Potentially that might happen, but Saka will play, Timber will play.
Okay, so probably those two for now, and then see how it goes after.
Yeah. This is what I have at the moment.
Okay.
I mean, Rice is always a good option because of the set pieces.
Yeah, that's the thing, because he like set pieces, corners from one side, all of that, and then he tends to pop up with a goal or assist from usually. Yeah, that's the thing. All right. Bournemouth versus Chelsea should be an interesting game. Bournemouth have been poor in the last couple of weeks. Senesi will be back for this game, but Chelsea have been playing pretty well recently, I would say. Obviously a draw against Arsenal, but this week they are playing Leeds. Yes, they're playing Leeds. I'm expecting Maresca to potentially rotate in that game, because I'm assuming, because we've seen from the past that in some of the easier fixtures he has rotated, especially when it's like very quick fixtures. And I expect him to treat Bournemouth a bit more as a harder fixture potentially.
Yeah, I mean, Caicedo is suspended for 3 games. So that is a big loss for them.
But Reece James can play alongside Enzo in that CDM spot.
Yeah, Reece James played really well against Arsenal. Yeah, I mean, Reece James is a good option. Chelsea's a weird one, right? So who would you pick as an attacker?
So here's the thing. I mean, now, Palmer could be back, but I wouldn't go and buy him yet until he shows like proper match fitness.
Yeah.
And
the fact that they didn't throw him on against Arsenal, which makes me think he's not quite ready.
No, and probably not for that level of like bringing him on again like 10 men, your 10 men is probably the worst case scenario for him.
Yeah.
Because he's not going to get the ball, right? It's a lot more running and everything. Now, if
True.
you look at Chelsea's fixtures, obviously Bournemouth this week, Atlanta in Europe, Everton, Newcastle, Villa, Bournemouth, City. I mean, it's not the most easiest.
No. Yeah, I'm actually thinking about getting rid of my Chelsea asset, like João Pedro. I just I feel like
João Pedro, I
he
think
hasn't
sell.
done much.
Yeah,
Man.
I would sell João Pedro. But if you have like for those who have like Chalobah potentially, I might keep him because he's been pretty decent and he's probably been one of Chelsea's best defenders this season as well.
Yeah.
And his price is not too bad as well, to be honest. So I'd
Mhm.
probably keep him. But João Pedro, I would sell. Even Enzo, there could be a case to be made to sell as well potentially.
Yeah, FULvCRY is a good one, but
yeah, but he's too expensive and he doesn't. The price he doesn't give what we wanted from him. That's the thing. But yeah, all right. Chelsea, yeah. Bournemouth, I've sold all my Bournemouth. I've been very disappointed with Bournemouth, to be honest.
Yeah, me too.
Semenyo has been poor. Obviously, they lost 1-0 to Everton as well. So it's not looking that great at the moment.
Everyone's selling Semenyo, so I don't know. I actually got him a high price. Now I'm gonna have to sell at a lower price. I'm a bit pissed off about that.
Yeah, fair enough. I'd probably be annoyed as well because he was like, you bought him when he was performing and like now he's not doing anything for the last so many weeks, kept him for so long as well. Yeah, fair enough. But like if you look at the next set of fixtures for Bournemouth, so obviously Chelsea in 15, 16 they got United, 2 tough games. But then you can keep like 17 Burnley, but then by then you never know, like he might have dropped more in value if he doesn't perform against Chelsea as well. And then the rest of the competition. This is the issue that I had with Bournemouth. And when I was owning Bournemouth double defense, I think I kept them for too long. And every week, like the other teams just getting clean sheets, like Michael Keane was getting clean sheets, Arsenal defense, they're just racking up clean sheets. Even like Brighton were racking up, like Verbruggen was racking up clean sheets. I just kept falling behind owning them. That's the only issue that like just keep them and they just don't perform.
I know.
So yeah. But yeah, nothing else to add on this one. Anything else?
So yeah, I don't think they look good. They have a chance against Chelsea. Chelsea's been doing well.
Yeah. Everton versus Forest should be a very low scoring potentially game.
Why is that? I mean, Everton
two managers who
smashed. Yeah.
But then two managers who prefer to counter rather than. Although you could say Everton will be the ones who control this game because of that playing at home, and they probably have a few more ballers than Forest.
Yeah, I mean Forest. They're not a bad team. They're not a bad team.
They finally got a manager who knows how to like play them. How they
Sean Dyche is actually got them back to a good level. So I don't think we should discount Forest.
The fixtures are not too bad, I think. So if you look at, so they've got Everton this week, Spurs, then after that Fulham, Man City stuff, Everton, and then Aston Villa again. I mean, eventually we'll probably want to own a few Forest players.
But they do have a really horrible fixtures.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. So maybe when the fixtures turn, but yeah, for this specific fixture, they probably could score in this one. They did well against Liverpool as well, Forest.
Yeah. Well, looks like I need that 5 free transfers. I've got a few holes I need to
fix. All right. Yeah. So yeah, but from Everton's point of view, I think Michael Keane good. Like Everton defense generally not too bad. And the only one is like Shrewsbury Hall as a cheap midfielder.
Yeah, that's a good option too.
Yeah. All right, we'll skip City and Newcastle since we spoke about that. Spurs versus Brentford. Before I made my Thiago,
I don't know what to say about that.
Yeah, like before I made my Thiago, my Foden in transfer, I was thinking of getting Thiago to target Spurs defense.
Isn't he the second highest striker at the moment?
Probably.
Second highest, yeah.
And most of his goals have been coming from set pieces and penalties. And I mean, they're playing Arsenal today. I won't be surprised if they win a penalty, to be fair.
Well, see how they go.
Yeah. They're pretty good at their set pieces as well. So you have to watch and see. But like, yeah, I mean, against Spurs, I would probably start Thiago if you had Thiago.
Yeah. You just don't know how this team's going to perform.
Yeah. And Spurs, I don't know what to say about Spurs. I just don't know what to expect from them. Very hard to
I think Kudos, if you have Kudos, keep him. Apart from that, I just
sell
think
everyone else.
maybe Van der Ven is a good option.
Yeah, but they're not keeping clean sheets. That's the thing.
No, they're not. I don't know why. What happened there?
I don't know. So
Yeah, I was speaking to a Tottenham fan today,
Yeah.
and he was like the issue is the players. They just have bad players.
their good players are injured. Some of their good players, which is the issue. But then when AFCON comes and they lose Pape Madasai as well, who's been pretty decent for them,
Yeah,
we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Never trust Tottenham. Yeah.
I probably would sell if you had Spurs players, to be fair. Fixtures are not that great as well. Now, Leeds versus Liverpool. Have Liverpool turned a corner, or did they just play West Ham?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I do think I'm thinking about bringing some Liverpool player in. I'm thinking about Gakpo. I think he's the one who's very secure compared to others. That I think that's the player I'm looking to bring in. And apart from that, I don't really see any other good options. What do you think?
Yeah, so I got Gakpo as part of my minus 8. So I'll be hoping for some returns today, ideally, because I need to save my game week, and he's one of those players that I hope he can. I think this one, yes, I agree, because out of all the midfielders, he's the one who has like got the good data as well, and he's getting like those routes to points. The others I just can't really trust, right? Like Szoboszlai would be a popular name, but then he could always play right back at certain situations, and that's not ideal as well. What you want from an FPL option. Gravenberg also, it's a hit and miss in terms of points. Salah is just too expensive and not worth it. Isak, maybe, but at the moment he's too expensive as well. And until we know for certain that he's going to start getting consistent returns, then yes, but at the moment, no. Liverpool defense, I don't know. I still think Liverpool's defense is
no, you would not trust their defense. No.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like even though 31% here, I probably don't trust it as much.
No.
Yeah.
No. Leeds at home is gonna be a difficult team to play against.
Yeah. I think Leeds at home generally they're pretty they're decent. I think Leeds at home better than what they are away from home. So yeah, I wouldn't expect a clean sheet, but I'll be expecting some goals though in this one.
Yeah.
All right, that's probably it from this fixture. Anything else on that?
No. I think the Liverpool fixtures are okay.
Yes.
So if you don't have any Liverpool asset, maybe bring a couple.
Yes, that I would agree. Yeah, just purely because the fixtures are good, it's worth a fixture play. Like try and get in, hope you get lucky, kind of thing. Yeah. Brighton versus West Ham.
Yeah, Brighton's good. I think there's a good value in Brighton's players. I think Minta is the one to keep an eye on. I think he's been doing well. I mean, what's their fixture look like?
Fixture. So I went and got Verbruggen in for a goalkeeper choice because he rotates well with Dubravka. So Brighton have West Ham this week, Liverpool next week. Pretty tough. That's why I start Dubravka. Sorry, not Verbruggen. Dubravka against Fulham potentially. And then they got Sunderland again, Arsenal. Then I rotate my goalkeeper potentially. But then again, they have West Ham and Burnley. So
it's not bad. Liverpool
Liverpool and Arsenal. Apart from those two, the rest are pretty decent actually.
Yeah, I think bring one Brighton play would be a good sort of option.
Yeah, like Minte has been the popular one, mainly because he's been playing well and minutes are also good, I think, so far.
Yeah.
I have Danny Welbeck. I benched him for this week, but I'll be starting him for this one potentially against West Ham.
Ooh.
So we'll see. I might be potentially benching Mateta. We'll get to Mateta next. But yeah, West Ham point of view, nothing.
No, they're crap. No.
Yeah. All right. Fulham versus Crystal Palace. Fulham obviously scored 4 at home. Interestingly, a stat was mentioned yesterday on the deadline stream actually by Andy. He said Fulham are generally good against London teams and poor against non-London teams. Now, Combe is in the chat and Combe is a Fulham fan. Maybe he can verify that. But this is a London derby.
Yeah,
Is
I
it?
mean,
I think it is.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
They're a bit hot and cold, aren't they? Like, I mean, I can't believe they scored 4 against
Yeah,
Man City.
like they scored 4 against. I know. I just can't believe they scored 4 against City, but they also conceded 5. So I don't know how to read this game at the moment.
Because I thought the reason I didn't captain Haaland is because I thought Fulham is quite solid in defense at home.
I was
Then
hoping for
that
something
totally
like that.
through. Yeah, it totally surprised me, shocked me.
Yeah. Now I'm thinking of potentially benching Mateta in this fixture. And part of that is due to the fact that I think Palace look tired with the amount of games they've been playing. And like usually after Europe, they struggle. So I'm not sure how they're going to do in this one as well because of that. That's kind of one of the reasons I'm thinking of potentially benching. The other thing is I feel like without Ismail Sarr, I feel like Mateta kind of is like struggles a bit in terms of service because Nketiah is a bit more selfish in terms of when he gets the ball, he wants to shoot. So that'll be very interesting to see how he pairs up alongside Mateta.
So when is Ismail Sarr going?
Well, all FIFA have told that all AFCON players have to leave by game week 15. So they can play game week 15 and after that they have to leave. I don't think Ismail Sarr, like,
he will play this game, right?
Maybe. But Glasner said we might not even see him until AFCON, after like AFCON is done.
Right.
So probably don't expect him to be available for this one.
Right.
Crystal Palace defense, on the other hand, could probably get DEFCON in this game. Whether they'll get a clean sheet, I don't know. But yeah. Combe in the chat says Palace have had our number recently. And Leno feels off form. That probably might be true. Leno has usually been pretty good for Fulham. This season, not as much.
Yeah. This game could go so many different ways.
Yeah. Fair enough. And then the final one, Wolves versus Manchester United. Matheus Cunha should be fit for this fixture. I think he's expected to play the West Ham game as well. Playing his old team. Wolves have been pretty poor so far. But United have been kind of inconsistent in terms of taking their chances.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we should win this game. But I'm not too confident at times as well with the United team.
Well, they can't even beat 10-man Everton.
Yeah, that was very bad. That was horrible, to be honest. That's why it like raises questions about the manager and everything. Like when like you don't go too attacking, you stick to a system even against 10 men. But then they
still think it's the players are the issue.
Probably he doesn't have the players for the system. That's definitely an issue. Yeah.
Yeah. I think United just don't have the players to play his system.
But then they got the win against Palace, although they were pretty bad in the first half, I will say. Second half, they were better, but first half, they were poor. So, again, inconsistent. So, I don't know what to expect against West Ham and Wolves as well.
They should really win this one.
They should. On paper, they should win it. On paper, you would expect them to get more points as well. Because you should potentially look at this fixture and go United options as a captaincy also should be available, like captaincy-wise.
the players should be thinking about if we win 2 games in a row, they could be in top 4.
Yeah, definitely.
If they lose 2 games in a row,
or then they'll be like bottom half of the
they
table.
could be bottom 5.
Yeah. That's how close the table is. Yes. So they definitely need to win this, especially with like Bournemouth playing Chelsea, Spurs playing Brentford. Like those are like teams that are expecting to compete for those spots as well. You need to take the wins when the fixtures are easy on paper. Yeah. So we'll see. But yeah. Captaincy for the week.
For this week?
Yeah. For 15. Yeah.
You're gonna have to go with Haaland, right?
Yeah, probably based on the data. Or would you go even like a Phil Foden over Haaland?
Whoa, no, you probably wouldn't want to take that risk. No.
Fair enough.
I don't think.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. I already took the risk this week and I'm paying for it severely after triple captain him the week before for nothing.
I mean, Cunha, do you know what? Might be a good bet against his old team. And
probably, yeah. If you own him, maybe it might not be a bad punt. I also think Newcastle, WOLvMUN.
Yeah.
Maybe Burnley have been poor. And even though this it was a draw for Spurs, they did score 4 against Everton, Newcastle. So that's an outside punt potentially.
I think most people go for Haaland for that one.
Yeah, probably.
There's no obvious other options.
Yeah. But I won't be surprised if Sunderland make it very difficult.
Yes, that's for sure.
Yeah. All right. That's it for the fixtures. Teams, Roy, your bench boost is active as things stand.
Yes. Got to use all the chips, right?
Yeah, that's true. Actually, people, if you haven't used your chips, you have until the end of game week 19 to use all your chips. So make sure you use all your chips. But Sells in goal, Richards, Timber, Nico O'Reilly, Doku, Saka, Semenyo, Anderson, Gakpo, Matita, and Haaland. And on the bench, because you're playing your bench boost for this week at the moment, Dubravka, Joe Pedro, Dogu, and Goodmanson. However, for game week 15, what's the play?
What's the play? So I already got Gakpo in, so I want to solve the striker issue. I think what you suggest with Newcastle, I think might be the way to go. I'm just thinking because my defense seems okay. Midfield, Semenyo, I don't know. I think Joe Pedro and Semenyo are the ones I want to move out. Do I get Foden in, or do I just get?
But to get Foden, you'll have to remove Doku as well, or O'Reilly.
That's the thing, right? Oh yeah, true. I think that is something I probably don't want to do yet. I probably do that when the 5 free transfers are in. So most likely changing the striker to what's his name?
WOLvMUN. Yeah.
WOLvMUN. Yeah.
Yeah. You could even bench Semenyo if you need to be honest, and play since you're playing if you're playing 3 strikers, that is.
Yeah. Also changing Semenyo to Minter might not be a bad shout either.
Yep. Fair enough. And then this is mine with my -8. So I had Verbruggen in goal, BHAvWHU, O'Reilly, Chow, Semenyo, Barnes, Saka, Mbeumo, and Gakpo, Haaland and Mateta up front. On the bench, I had Dubravka, Danny Welbeck, Mukiele, and Roden. Now, I made my transfer already before the price rises today. So I went and sold Semenyo and got in Foden, which means I will maintain a midfield 5 for the upcoming week, which also then means I can only play 2 strikers. One is Haaland, and I have to choose between Mateta or Danny Welbeck. Now, Welbeck has West Ham, and Mateta has Fulham.
Right.
And that's why I was leaning...
Difficult choice.
Yeah, I was leaning more towards Welbeck because I think it's also a home fixture. And it's West
Does he start every game?
At the moment, yes. Although, the reason I benched him for this week is because he's an elder statesman. So, might potentially get minutes managed, I was assuming, for this fixture. And maybe he plays the West Ham. I don't know. We'll have to see based on how many minutes he gets today. then I can have make a decision on that. But yeah, I was leaning more towards Welbeck because home fixture and against West Ham.
Yeah,
that's why.
Really agree to that. Yeah.
But yeah, that is basically my team. There are a few questions in the chat, so I'll quickly ask that to you as well. One is from Nishal. Mateta plus Semenyo or Saka plus Anderson? This is Anderson from Forest. Which one is the better combination moving forward?
Sorry, Saka, Anderson, and Semenyo.
Mateta plus Semenyo.
I think it's going to be Saka. Yeah, it's got to be Saka.
Yeah, fair enough. And then the other one
Semenyo hasn't been playing well.
No, yeah. So I probably go Saka.
I think the issue with Semenyo is so many clubs and trying to buy him because his release clause is out.
Yes.
I think somewhat is affecting him a bit.
Could be. But then for that, he needs to perform well as well if clubs want to buy him. But then again, they might still.
Well, I don't know if there's a underground deal of, I don't know, don't get injured.
Yeah.
Don't get injured. We'll buy you. We'll pay the release clause on 1st of January or something like that. You don't know, right? These things can change a player's thinking and how they behave on the pitch.
True.
Because there's so much talk about him going to United, going to Liverpool, going to City.
Arsenal. He's an Arsenal fan, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
He's an Arsenal fan, and we just don't have the money to do that transfer.
Yeah,
we've already done one to took Eza off Tottenham's hands. But I don't think we have the money to do it.
Yeah, that's the thing. You will have to probably sell Martinelli and Trossard, someone like that, to fund it potentially. But that's probably Arsenal's one. It's probably a move in the summer more than the winter potentially. That was happen. But
someone will fork out 75 mil, whatever. United would want to do that. Liverpool want to do that. City want to do that. So I think he's going.
Yeah, that's the thing. So we'll have to wait and see what happens in.
So I wouldn't
January.
Picking him for the FPL. That's kind of my rationale for that.
Yep, fair. The next one is from Quinton, FPL Amateurs of Oz. Should I move Mbeumo to Bruno or Foden? Already have Doku and Haaland. This is for AFCON. So probably not for 15. I think maybe 16. I'll probably move Mbeumo in 16. To Bruno or Foden, who would you go for?
Well, if you get Foden, as you said, we'll probably need to get rid of Doku, right?
I'm assuming he only has Doku and Haaland and no O'Reilly. So he has a City spot available. So it'll be triple City attack.
Yeah, why would you have that?
Yeah, that might be overkill, potentially.
Yeah, I think switch City players. Why would you get Bruno in? Because
no
United's got good fixture? Or?
I think the fixtures look good and he won't have any United attacker. So if you go to the fixtures, after the Wolves one, they have Bournemouth, Aston Villa, Newcastle. 3 slightly tricky ones, but attacking wise still not too bad. And then again, Wolves and Leeds.
It's not too bad, actually. Yeah, I think Bruno probably is if you got the money, then yeah.
Yeah, probably same. And then last one from Com, Harvey Barnes differential captaincy versus Burnley.
Is this minutes sort of secure? Does he play 90 minutes? Or?
No, he doesn't play 90 minutes. He will get subbed if things are not working. Or even if things are working, he'll probably get subbed around 60, 70 minutes. But I think he'll start. That's the thing.
He's a punt, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the thing. I would prefer WOLVMUN more than Harvey Barnes as a captaincy shot.
Yeah. I totally agree.
Okay. All right. Few more before we end. Sarr replacements. Bruno Jimenez, Foden or Gakpo? So Bruno Jimenez from Newcastle, Foden or Gakpo?
Oh, Foden's good, eh? At this stage, Foden he's red hot.
Yeah. So based on form at the moment, it'll have to be Foden first.
Yeah, but Gakpo is a good shot.
Yeah. I'll probably go Foden, then Gakpo, potentially.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there was a similar question from Nishal as well about what do you think as Gakpo as a Semenyo replacement. So again, yeah, Gakpo.
Liverpool's got good fixtures and Gakpo's got a lot of minutes.
Yep, definitely.
Especially when Salah is out and focus will be on that side, on the left side.
Yep, indeed. Cool. We'll end it there. Thank you, Roy, for joining. And obviously, thank you to everyone who's been watching as well. There will be a free hit video out. There's been a request for a free hit video for Game Week 15 because got to play the chips before they expire. And this week, there, as you've seen from the data, there are some nice fixtures that you can target. So I'll make a free hit video after the games tomorrow for that one. And then I'll be live for the deadline stream on the Saturday. Having said that, thank you to Roy as well. And we'll see you all later. Thank you, everyone.
See you later. Bye.